Welcome to the desert and inside Chase Field in Phoenix. Major League Baseball on tap. It's the Chicago White Sox and the Arizona Diamondbacks. Ready to go? Colson Montgomery steps to the plate for the White Sox. And we're underway here in the home opener. In the air to left center. And that's got extra bases written all over it. But it's the center fielder who gets there. One up, one down. Now at the plate, Derek Hill.
Well, he got away with the mistake right there. A curveball that backed up a little bit, stayed high in the zone. You won't want to throw that one again.
Ripped into right center. Should be extra bases. And it gets by him. Now he'll turn for second. Not stopping. He's going for three. One down. Runner at third. Munetaka Murakami now at the plate.
What you got?
Now an appeal to third. No swing. Eric Summersgill with the call. In the dirt, nice job behind the plate. One away with a runner at third. Here in the third and final game of the series. Drilled out towards left center field. He's got it. Runner tags from third. In from third is the tying run.
There you go. Nice little RBI there. It's a great at bat. Got the job done.
And here is Sosa to the plate. Fly ball down the line. Nobody can get there, and it's a foul ball.
He didn't want to give up that run, but he did. Got the fly ball, sac fly out. Now it's time to attack these other guys. Get your team back in the dugout.
And that's a base hit. So a two-out knock keeps the inning alive.
He was all over that one. Got a fastball, middle of the plate, jumped all over it. Absolutely smoked that ball.
Yeah! Andrew Benintendi stands in now and watches strike one.
That's the ball.
The 1-1.
Ball.
Just
no, that
missed.
missed. That's the ball.
Sosa, the runner at first with two gone. Comes up empty. That's strike two.
3-2, two out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. Hitter's got to stay focused on the pitch.
Base hit. That was smoked through the infield. Throw stops the lead runner at second. Two on and two out.
Back-to-back singles. I know that was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say, charge it. Crazy.
Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Can't reach it. This should score at least one. One run across. Here comes Benintendi around third. He'll score easily. And they lead by two. A two-run double. So runner at second, two down. Tristan Peters steps to the plate for the White Sox.
No, that missed. That's the ball.
Went with the sweeper, but it misses. Just missed.
Ball.
He's just missing with some pitches that, I mean, they're not strikes, and that's what you think, oh, good pitch is a strike.
Ball, that's
but
up.
So many times pitchers are trying to tease the zone, and the last two pitches that he's thrown, good pitches, but even better takes.
That's in there. That's strike one. Man on second, two down. Puts it in the air out towards left center. And that is that. We go to the bottom of the first. And getting the nod for the White Sox, Davis Martin. How about a scouting report on him? Corbin Carroll,
Oh.
the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball one. Swings through that high fastball. Swing and a miss. Now 1-2. Inside,
Nope.
just missed.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Caught him looking for the K. An outstanding hitter in Ketel Marte. Well struck right field. He won't get there. That should be extra bases. And he starts his afternoon off right with a double. 1 out, runner at second. Geraldo Perdomo stands in now for the Diamondbacks. Swing and a little roller right side. Murakami takes it to the bag. He's out. And now the first baseman, Peyton Smith. Two outs with a runner at third.
That missed. That's a ball.
Battling here as he fouls it away. And a good eye there.
That's up.
Got him swinging. On now to the top half of inning number 2. So up now for Chicago, Miguel Vargas. That one fouled off. Singy wasn't very sharp in the first, got hit around a little bit, just wasn't able to locate particularly well. A lot of stuff at the fat part of the plate.
Yeah, Boog, he wasn't fooling anyone. It's a tough place to be because it's not always obvious what adjustments need to be made. Sometimes it's location, sometimes it's being too predictable. Sometimes you're tipping your pitches. He's going to need to figure it out quickly, though.
Out towards right center field, and that's got extra bases written all over it. 2 down. Back to the top of the White Sox lineup. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Colson Montgomery.
His strong second inning is a confidence builder for him, a relief for his manager. Doesn't have to get into that bullpen quite as early.
Nope. Ball.
Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. Joey gets on base and keeps it going.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Smash that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play.
Yeah, he swings and misses, and it's 0-1.
That's a ball.
Swings through that one. And there's a ball.
Recognize that changeup right out of the hand. Just spit on it.
Check
What you
swing
got?
on the 2-2. Appeal to first. And no swing, says Joe McDonald. So a walk
Ball four. Runner,
puts
take
runners
your
at
base.
first and second. First and second. 2 outs. Munetaka Murakami steps to the plate for the White Sox. Late swing, foul to the left. First and second, 2 down. Here at the top of the second. That one
Ball.
close, ruled a ball. Ball 1.
Good spot
that's
for the
it.
hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
This one smoked on its way out of here. He hammers one out to right. And they add on. It's 6-0. So 2 down. Lenny and Sosa getting ready to hit. High fly ball right field. And that's got extra bases written all over it. And that'll do it. Back here at Chase Field, bottom half of inning number 2, Lourdes Gurriel Jr. stands in now for the Diamondbacks. This one in the air, center field. And there's one down. Alec Thomas now.
Man, he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
0-1 down. Fastball for a strike. Ripped on a line to center. Acuna takes it in for the out. And there's 2 down. 2 down, base is empty. Here's Nolan Arenado. Swinging a foul straight back. Here comes the 0-1. On the ground to the left. On to first. And they get Arenado for the out. Back here in the desert, here's the White Sox DH, Andrew Benintendi. And that one hammered back there. And that's going to bang against the wall. Safe at second with a leadoff double.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. Just missed out on a home run.
Righty reliever out of the pen, Trey Jamison.
And with the big deficit on the scoreboard, he almost has to just put that out of his mind. Every outing matters for relievers and their numbers, but I think it's tough to get up for this type of appearance the same way you would for one in a close game.
So now with one away and a man at second, Tristan Peters steps to the plate for the White Sox.
Good slider down and in can be so hard to get on plane with. You're better off taking that pitch.
Inside. No, 2 balls, no strikes. Swing and a ball ripped right field, and that one back, and that one is gone. A 2-run homer, and they add to the lead. It's 8-0. 1 down. Miguel Vargas steps to the plate for the White Sox. Line to left. And there's 2 away. Now it's the White Sox catcher, Edgar Caro. 0 for 1 with a fly out to center.
See ya.
Base is empty, 2 away, but 2 runs are in. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. And he can't come up with it. Gets off a throw. Bottom of the inning. Now the D-backs catcher, Gabriel Moreno. In the air, right field, Peters. On his way over, pulls it down, and he makes the catch. 1 pitch and 1 out. Ildemaro Vargas stands in now for the Diamondbacks.
That's a ball.
That one pushed foul, out of play off to the left. That one lifted to left. That's out number 2. Here's Corbin Carroll now, the former first-round pick back in 2019 by the Diamondbacks. The kid from Seattle that grew up getting to watch Ichiro play. On the inside corner for a strike. Going to count 1 and 2. High fly ball lifted in the air, right field. And that is that. Well, this game isn't very close, Singy. Let's see if we got any messages from those tuning in today.
I know we got some good stuff in there.
Singy, were you superstitious as a player?
I'd say a little bit, Dan. I wouldn't want to admit it, but I think You know, you have a good game the next day. You're maybe thinking a little bit when you're putting your spikes on, which one did I put on first? What did I eat? You know, let me just bring that back into today.
So you weren't superstitious, you were a little stitious.
Yes, I was medium stitious.
Swing and a line drive. That's a base hit into right field. To first, but it pulls him off the bag.
Still able to come through behind in the count right there. Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great.
The 1-0. Line drive. That's a base hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out. Munetaka Murakami steps to the plate for the White Sox. In the dirt, blocked. The 1-0. Swing and a ball driven pretty well out towards left center. Brings it in. Relay to second. To second, two. Back to first, and he's saved. Lenin Sosa steps to the plate for the White Sox. 1 for 2.
That's a ball.
Started after it. Appeal to first. Did not go. Hill off of first with 2 away. This one in the air, center field. Thomas under this one. And that is that. Back here at Chase Field, ready to go, bottom 4. Ketel Marte stands in now for the Diamondbacks. Oh, this one high and deep, way back there. Makes the catch up against the wall. And now the shortstop, Geraldo Perdomo. He's 0 for 1. Swing and a miss.
Something I'm noticing in this one is that these hitters are aggressive early in the count. It makes you wonder if that was talked about in the hitters meeting before this game started.
Got him looking. That's a strikeout. 2 outs, base is empty. Now up next for Arizona, Pavin Smith. 0-1.
Ball high.
Popped in the air, left field. Hill drifts towards it, and that is that. New inning getting started, so now it's the White Sox DH, Andrew Benintendi. Plenty of offense in this one, Singy. I guess you'd say kind of what we expected, though.
Well, this was a game, looking at the pitching matchup, where you expected offense to score, and not as lopsided as this. But, yeah, you definitely expected to see some offense coming up.
That one inside. Ball 1.
And that's awfully close. I don't know how you take that. He's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well right now.
That missed by a lot. Ball 2. A swing by Benintendi, driven deep to right. That one back there. That'll make it out of here. A solo shot, and they tack on to their lead. It's 9-0. And it's the speedy outfielder Luis Angel Acuna. Nobody on, nobody out with a run in, and we're at the top of the 5th. Fouled off left side. The 0-2. That's to third. Vargas slings to first. Nice play off the bounce for the out. Tristan Peters digs in now.
Hit an absolute tape measure shot last time up.
Ball.
And that skips in the dirt. In the air out to center. And it drops in. And a man aboard. Here's the third baseman, Miguel Vargas.
Nope, ball. Ball.
The 2-1. In the air, right field. 2 down. Edgar Caro will hit next.
Catcher Edgar Caro.
Hit in the air, center field. Thomas gets under it, and that is that. Back here in the desert, we head to the bottom of the 5th. Lourdes Gurriel Jr. stands in now for the Diamondbacks. In the air to left center, Acuna settles under this one, and there's 1 down. Here's the center fielder, Alek Thomas. He's 0 for 1. And first offering is fouled off. The Diamondbacks with a lot of ground to make up. Last half of inning number 5. Hit hard, base hit. And they had their first hit since the first inning.
Seems like he got exactly what he was looking for right there. Absolutely punished that pitch. Wasn't fooled in the slightest. 109 off the bat. I think that means you put a pretty good swing on it.
Into the outfield, base hit. And now 2 aboard.
2 consecutive base hits for these guys here. So impressive that he didn't get tied up or jammed on that pitch inside. Instead, good quick hands allowed him to get the barrel to it. Just shoot it up the middle of the field for that knock.
Line to left. And that's a fair ball. Coming home. He will score. And they're on the board, but lots of ground to make up.
Well done. Drives in the run. Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
2 on, 1 out. In the air, out towards left center. Acuna on the move. Pulls it down, and he makes the catch. Now a relay to third. Throw behind the runner. They've got him doubled off. Back here at Chase Field, stepping in, the White Sox leadoff man, Colson Montgomery. Ground ball right side. Here's the tag, and he's out. Derek Hill steps to the plate for the White Sox. He swings and misses at the first pitch. 0-1. Hill, in his 4th year, 30 years old now. Usually in center field, but today starting in left. And there's 2 down. Munetaka Murakami steps to the plate for the White Sox. Swing and a miss as he was late that time. That misses the zone. 1 ball, 1 strike. And that skips in the dirt. Hammered down the right side, but foul. 2 down, nobody on. And we're the top half of the 6th. Three, 2 now. Left field, and that's got extra bases written all over it. Makes the catch, inning over. Well, we go bottom 6. Here's the Diamondbacks leadoff hitter, Corbin Carroll.
Now pitching for the White Sox, number 49, Jordan Reed.
No question about this one. It's out of here. And they cut into the lead. Here's Ketel Marte. He has, as they like to say,
let me guess, Boo, light tower
Outside
power.
ball.
that's right.
You know, these D-backs just lacking discipline at the plate in this ball game. They've been chasing pitches outside the zone all game, and it's led to some frustrating moments. They've been fooled quite a bit today. The real threats are coming up. Already given up a home run in this inning. It's going to really have to bear down.
High fly ball, right field. Peters coming in on it. Pulls it down, and he makes the catch. And there's one away. Next to hit for Arizona, Geraldo Perdomo. And first offering is fouled off.
Part of the order coming through now, and with one home run already.
Oh, that got him. So digging in, Pavin Smith.
Now pitching for the White Sox.
Now a move being made for a pinch hitter. Jorge Barosa. Runner on first and one down for him. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Diving, makes the grab. Here's Lourdes Gurriel Jr. Check swing, but he went too far. That's strike two. And a curve is down and in.
0-2 count. You got the opportunity to expand the zone. Could get the chase there. Let's see what he comes back with next.
Fouls it off. Still 1-2. That one missed.
This guy's a fun guy to watch taking at bat. He just battles up there. He doesn't take a pitch off at all. Makes it so difficult on the pitchers out there. You can tell they get frustrated with how long it takes to put him away.
Line drive, and that's a base hit out into center field. And that'll put runners at the corners with two away.
Man, those are the types of hits where you don't feel any vibration in your hands whatsoever. Such a good feeling.
Other than ripping one into the gap or blasting one over the wall, there aren't a whole lot of hits that are more satisfying than a nice line drive in the center field. So that definitely felt good.
Traffic on the bases with one already in. Here at the bottom of the sixth. Inside, and it hit him. And now the bases are loaded. Here's Nolan Arenado. And time is called for a mound visit now. Big moment in this game, so they'll talk it over. The new pitcher. Game, Jordan Hicks.
Well, no margin for error in terms of throwing strikes with the bases loaded. Just has to execute one pitch at a time to try to get out of this.
Adrian Del Castillo swings through it for strike one. Right side, Sosa. And that'll keep more runs from coming in. Inning over. Back here in the desert. We go to the top of the 7th. Lenny Sosa. Steps to the plate for the White Sox. Ryan Thompson takes over on the mound.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity. But he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
The 1-1.
Clearly, he was sitting on a fastball right there and just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment. Now he's just going to have to battle with 2 strikes.
Carroll hustling after it. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. Andrew Benintendi up to the plate.
And it may be a long shot, but a triple here will give him the cycle.
In the air to left center. Thomas has a beat on it. 2 down. And now the center fielder, Luis Angel Acuna.
The guy at the plate could recognize slider out of the hand. Didn't stay in the tunnel very long in terms of depth and perception. He knew right away it was an off-speed pitch.
And that'll do it. Bottom of the 7th. Now the D-backs catcher, Gabriel Moreno. High fly ball lifted in the air right field. And there's 1 down. Now the third baseman, Ildemaro Vargas. Swing and a ball popped up. And it's a foul ball. That one's sizzling on its way through to the outfield. And that's a 1-out single.
Everything came together perfectly for him right there. Everyone's trying to elevate the ball in today's.
Now pitching for the White Sox, number 15, Sean Luzon.
This is Corbin Carroll.
Ball.
The D-backs with a lot of ground to make up here at the bottom of the 7th. Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike 2. Misses inside. Ball 2. And that's down and away. Popped up to the left into foul ground. Takes it in for the out. Ketel Marte up to the plate. 1 for 3. First pitch just misses. Line drive. That's a fair ball, and it's getting into the corner. Lead runner touches second, headed for third. Throw cut off to second. Tries to get back and save.
No, just a total nightmare for lefties. I'd be very surprised to see that matchup again. Cutter on the inside edge of the plate. That's a tough pitch to handle, but he seemed to have no problem with it whatsoever. Turned on it nicely.
2 on, 2 outs. Swings through that one for strike 2. Struck him out looking. Back here at Chase Field, we go to the Tristan Peters now at the plate.
That's inside. Ball.
Number 52 gets the call from the pen.
Number 52, Juan Burgos.
1-1 now. And there's a foul ball. Just
That
off
missed.
the
That's a
inside
ball.
corner. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. Here's the third baseman, Miguel Vargas. And a swing and a miss there. In the air, right field. 2 away. And up next for Chicago, Edgar Caro. 0 for 3 in this one. Pinch hitter coming on. Kyle Teal trying to get something going for him with 2 away. And that gets down in the corner. Throw comes into second, and that's a 2-out double. Back to the top of the order now. Colson Montgomery steps to the plate for the White Sox. That one finds the zone. It's 0-1.
That's inside. Ball.
Swings through that.
Well, he went inside a couple of times, and now outside. Hitter's not exactly sure where to look for this next pitch.
That one missed.
No, that missed. That's a ball.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. Bottom of the 8th. Now here's the cleanup hitter for Arizona, Carlos Santana.
Carlos Santana.
That's
No,
off the
that's
inside corner. Ball 1. Murakami. He'll do it himself, and that's 1 away as the leadoff man is out in the 8th. Here's Gurriel. Swings through that one. 0-1. This one popped up. Foul ground, first base side. 2 up, 2 down. 2 down, base is empty. Next up for the Diamondbacks, Alek Thomas. Swings through that one, out in front that time. That misses off the outside edge. Fastball gets the corner at the knees. And a swing and a miss. And that's that. Back here in the desert, all set to start the 9th in this one. Derek Hill steps to the plate for the White Sox.
Peacock.
And the 0-1. This one in the air, right field. And that's a foul ball. The 0-2. Swings through it for the K. And a strikeout for the first out here in the 9th. So up next for Chicago, Munetaka Murakami. Swing and a ground ball. Safe at first as they can't make the play. So man aboard, Lenin Sosa getting ready to hit. That one out to right. And there's 2 down. Benintendi gets a chance to hit here. He's already homered here in this one. Hammered down the right side, but foul. 0-1 now. And a base hit right there. Throw in holds the lead runner at second. 2 on now with 2 away. Stepping in, Luis Angel Acuna. On the ground, out to short. To second, and he's out. And that is that. All set for the bottom of the 9th. Now it's the DH, number 25.
Adrian Del Castillo. Now pitching for the White Sox, number 58.
Dominguez. He's made a name for himself as a very effective reliever, but not really what you expect from a bullpen arm these days because he's not out there racking up Ks.
I think it's the deception, his ability to change arm angles and slots and give hitters different looks within one at bat. They're never able to get comfortable. When you only see him once, a lot of times he has success.
So a man at first. Gabriel Moreno digs in now. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. Got to be clever too when you don't have that lights out stuff, right?
Absolutely. You got to know what you're able to do instead of focusing on what that hitter's strength is. Stay with your strength and trust that you'll come out on top.
That's a ball.
Outside low. Ball 1. And down on strikes. And 1 gone. 1 out, man at first. Ildemaro Vargas will hit next. Swing and a miss.
Knowing that the pitcher wants a ground ball double play opportunity here, you've got to lay off pitches down in the zone. Right there, swinging at that pitch, that's a no-no.
That's a ball. Went with the sweeper. That one kicks away from the catcher. And the runner holds. Diamondbacks down to their final out. Here's the Diamondbacks leadoff hitter, Corbin Carroll. And first offering is fouled off. In the dirt. The 1-1. Dominguez is just 1 strike away. And they'll do it again. Another 1-2. And that one is lifted in the air. Acuna on his way over. And he's got it. Ball game. And the White Sox slug their way to a win in this one. Martin with his first major league win.
Yeah, nicely done. I'm sure he'll feel very good about that and get the ball for his trophy case, as he should. A start he won't ever forget.
This one ends the final 9-2. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi saying so long